Prepper here, and I am getting ready to clean up some nails. I had a tear off of the roof, and the one magnetic sweeper I had, the wheel had broke on it, and another one I had just didn't have any wheels and just didn't work very well. And this one's a little bit larger and hopefully a little bit more powerful. It says 50-pound, which I think is a lot more stronger than the other one I had. But anyway, I got another one ordered from Amazon. I'm going to review the differences between these. And the trouble I had before was on these wheels here, breaking at the shaft where it comes out there for the axle of the wheel, and that had broken on the other one. And anyway, let me unbox this and see what we got. Here it is in the box. Before I take it out, it's got the wheel. That looks a lot heavier duty wheel than the one I had on my other one. The other one I'd gotten at a Home Depot or Tractor Supply, Lowe's. I don't really remember, but these are a lot heavier. That shaft on it. And this is a handle. It's supposed to be adjustable. It's got a knob there that you loosen to adjust that, wrapped in plastic. Then you got the main unit here. Cardboard off, and that's where the handle attaches, and there should be some screws down in here, I believe. Yeah, 2 screws there in the package. Alright, let me get that together. The handle, of course, fits on here with the 2 bolts, and the wheels go on the end. Should be a nut there to put those on. Let me get this assembled. I don't think you need to watch me assemble it, but I'll put this together and then we'll test it out and see how it works. Yeah, I got it unpacked now, and I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's a noticeable bend in this shaft for the wheel. We'll see if it affects the wheel in here. The operation, hopefully not. And we'll see if we can live with it. Doubt if I'll try and bend it back. I might break something if I try to bend it. But anyway, if it's a problem, we'll see if we can get it exchanged. The other side, contrast, is perfectly perpendicular to the rest of it. But this one here looks like it got bent maybe in shipping someplace. So anyway, there was a hole in the box on one end. I don't know if that made a difference or not. But anyway, looking at the wheels, it's not quite as sturdy as what I thought it might be. It's pretty thick plastic. But if you look there's a relief on this side going down, which thins that out quite a bit. You know, the slots there that come down, that leaves very little plastic that's attaching the shaft there. It's mainly those ridges that come out here that are holding it like that. This here is pretty thin what connects it down there, and then they got this going all the way around, so the center part's mainly attached by these little thin ridges here, so that's not nearly as strong as what I once thought when I first looked at it from this side. It looks pretty bulky and pretty heavy, solid duty until you get to here. I might see if I can fill that with resin or something. I don't know. That might strengthen it up a little bit if it would stick to it, but anyway. Okay, to put on the wheels, I used a 19mm wrench, and that seemed to work. There might be a standard, but this metric 19 worked just fine to put the wheels on. To assemble the handle, I used a Phillips on the other side. There's a Phillips screw for the bolt, and I just held these with a pair of pliers and was able to tighten those down tight as I needed to. So probably could get a little bit tighter with another wrench, but didn't have one here handy, and I just used a Phillips, and that tightened it down quite a bit. So that doesn't wiggle. The wheels are just a little bit of floppy on both sides, even the one here that wasn't bent. On the other side, that one wasn't bent, and it still had to loosen it up for it to roll freely. And so there is a little play in those, it seems like, and we'll test those on the other models. But very simple design. And then don't want to get too close to this with anything, because it does have a pretty good pull to it. So I'm keeping my camera, my phone away, and we'll go test this now. Okay, I just want to say this roll is really nice on just regular concrete. This is what I picked up just in this one little spot right here from those bricks over to that column. I'm still picking up here, but on the pavement or anything like that, really nice rolling. You don't have any trouble with it. That bent wheel don't seem to be making any difference, and you see I kind of went in this area already, so you don't hear anything picking up, but still getting one or two. I'll get down there and here. I still got some paper, so you can hear some catching on there. Now some, you gotta be careful because some do slide off. Got here a little bit farther. Alright, let me empty these, but as you can see, it picking up really nice here on the grass, and it's wet and muddy and just not a very good condition. I'm sure if it was dry it'd be doing a lot better, but some of those I've walked on, and so it takes a little bit of going over them a couple times, but really pleased so far with how it works. We'll see how it holds up with the wheels.